So, siapa host? Saya nak apa share screen?
Dah tutup.
Dah on tak? Boleh?
Boleh.
Okay, nampak?
Nampak.
Okay, so everybody here. Berapa orang
Not
semua?
yet.
Not yet. How many you all?
21.
21. Sekarang? Sekarang berapa?
15.
15. Wah, solid. Orang Melayu Time Melayu. Time Melayu macam itulah ya. Janji pukul 2, 2:10 baru masuk. Okay lah, we start lah. Don't wait for those yang late memang dia rugi ya. Orang lambat sentiasa rugi. Otherwise yang those are on punctual you waste your time, is it? Every session 10 minutes. So kalau 10 session dah 1 hour plus you rugi. Okay, so today's topic is BLS. We are focused on the adult lah. Yeah. So you want this presentation? Better, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So BLS is including the ABC lah, airway, breathing, and circulation, and plus AED. Yeah. AED also part of BLS. So during the hopefully we can come back middle of this month, end of this month end of this month. So we can practice in our clinical lab here yeah. We got the mannequins, so you all can practice yeah. Okay, AED and also the management of foreign body or choking. So choking also part of the BLS. Yeah. So AED and choking is a two different subject lah. Yeah, but they are included as a basic life support. Okay, so there is certain changes was made in 2015. Yeah. In terms of the rate of compression, yeah, when you pumping the chest, yeah. So last time the rate is more than 120, yeah. But now they said give a chance for the chest to recoil, yeah. Then in order for air to come in, yeah. So that's the purpose, yeah. But the depth, yeah, how far you want to press the chest, yeah, is must be minimum 5 cm. Okay, less than that is not good. Too deep also, sure cannot also, yeah, because can be fractured the rib. Okay, and then minimum interaction in the chest compression is 10 seconds. Example, you want to chase, you're tired already, respondent the tired already, you want to change, so you give a warning, come, somebody to replace me. So that person already ready like this, ready, and then you move your hand, and then the new respondent will be continues from there. But the timing, the lap time cannot be more than 10 seconds. So you cannot just letih ready and then you go out and then call somebody, please continue. Cannot. You must be prepared on the spot. Okay, so that's another changes made in 2015. Last time there's no limit. So like last time lah, they just people can stop and rest, and then he continues again about 1 minute, 2 minutes like that. So it's found out is not effective. So the lap time cannot be more than 10 seconds. And of course, in between the pumping just now, that's why the rate of compression now is less. So you must pump, put there, and then when you push up your hand, so mean that your chest, you push your chest in, and then cannot be passed like that. So much see the chest wall, up, and then go up, down, like that, up. You cannot do like that. So there's no time for the recoil of the chest. So that what it means. So this is so you have to practice according to these new changes. Yeah. Oh, when you talk about the BLS, you have to one turn you have to familiarize with is called change of survivor. Okay, change of survivor means summarize the vital links needed for the successful resuscitation. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4 cycle there. Yeah, you need to follow. First, early recognition and call for help. So it means when you see somebody unconscious, you must recognize whether it's cardiac arrest or what. Yeah. So early recognition, and then of course this can prevent the cardiac arrest at all lah. Yeah. Arrest mean die already lah. You cannot do anything. Yeah. And then we know that the patient have a heart problem. Yeah. Going to be cardiac arrest. You must do the early CPR. Yeah. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Okay. And then of course after you do the resuscitation, pump cardiac compression, all this, you must do early DPIT. Yeah. So this one now, if you see in a developed country, yeah, maybe you are from study previously time you study in like Japan, Korea, even Singapore. This DPIT machine, this because it's automatic. Yeah. So they put in the public area, yeah, and then all the publics, not all lah, yeah, mainly the public already trains how to use the DPIT. So at least somebody know how to use DPIT, yeah. So they put example in the train station, bus station, stadium, in shopping complex or but here in Malaysia it's not yet done, yeah, because of for that reason, yeah, they are not our society is not as good as the other countries lah, yeah. Malaysian people is always oh we can we don't know how to use all these things lah, that type of mentality, yeah. And then of course we need also to the post resusc care, yeah. It means you need to bring the patient to the hospital as fast as possible. Okay. So this is this 4 change is called as a change of survivor. Just now I mentioned to you already, yeah. So this is what I mean chest recall, yeah. So when you press and then when you release your hand, yeah, you must make sure give some time, yeah, give some time for air to come in, yeah. So then they call chest recoil, yeah. Most blood perfusion to and the heart muscle occur during the diastolic, yeah, during the your heart relax, yeah. So if you are not giving time for the perfusion, so it means your heart cannot get enough blood, yeah. So this is just your revision, for your airways, lung, or this muscle breathing, yeah. So you need to know lah what's the muscle breathing involved, yeah? What's the blood vessel, yeah, and the thing, yeah. And then you must remember room A is contain about 21% of oxygen, yeah. So that's why you need enough oxygen to be breathed, yeah. Refuse breathing using exhale air is contained. So when you give mouth to mouth or you give through the bagging is 21%, but if you give mouth to mouth it's only 16% oxygen only contained, yeah. So this you must know the basic things lah. Okay, the position of head, yeah, head tilt we call, so the Malay dongak, how much you can dongak, yeah, the baby, kalau baby usually no need to dongak lah, you just put the natural position, no need to tilt the neck like that, yeah. But for the small children, maybe a little bit about 20 degree of the out of the 90 degree, yeah. And then for elder child or adult, yeah, you need to be tilt as much as possible, yeah. Tarik sampai ke belakang, you have to hold the jaw, yeah. You pull until the as much as you can bend the neck, yeah. So this during the practical you have to practice all this, yeah. Okay, the acronym for the BLS is very simple. Doctors, DRS, DRS doctors, A, B, C, D. Okay, so what's the doctors? You have a D, danger, A, R, responsive, salting, airways, breathing, circulation, and DP. Okay, so this is you need to practice during face to face. Later we can the danger means when you see the unconscious patient lying on the floor or on the whatever lah, so you look around first, see for any danger, any sub object, any electrical wire, maybe the electrical thread, or whatever lah, any glass or whatsoever, anything, so look for the danger, you search for the surrounding, at the head, at the back, everything. No, so clear the danger, and then you have the responsive. Responsive means you have to shout to the you can do like this, hello, 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 are you okay, are you okay, like that, so you can to make sure patient respond or not respond. Sometimes just sleeping. So you must make sure whether patient respond or not respond. So I mean you do the responsive. And shout for help. So shout for help mean if you are alone, or you have anybody around, you can just kata call for help, call for help. You shout like that. And telephone. Tak boleh macam tu. Kena kuat-kuat. You have to shout. Shout for help. So maknanya somebody call 999 like that, or somebody call for emergency like that. You must be shout. So and then people around there we respond to you. Okay, they call shout for help. I mean you ask somebody to call the emergency numbers. In normally you go 999 lah. And then next you have to check the airways. So airways is just not the tilt. You have to tilt you hold the chin, you tarik as fast to the back, as much as possible, to make sure the airways are open, and then you have check for the breathing, you see the you look from lateral, let's see your chest, look from lateral like this, you look from lateral whether the chest is the chest is moving or not, like that. If chest moving, it means a patient is breathing, And then check for the circulation. You go to the pulse, check the pulse, radial pulse, carotid pulse, or the big pulse lah. Don't look for the small one. The circulation you have to and then you do the after you check the pulse and then you say everything okay, then you start the CPR. I mean the chest compression. Okay. So the rate of chest compression is mentioned just now, 30 compression with 2 ventilation. Maksudnya you pump, you kena bilang lah, you kena bilang, you do like this, you kena pump 1, 2, 3, 4, 30. When 30, and then somebody yang hold the embu bag, you have to pitch it there, okay, breathing. But if you don't have that, before while waiting, if you know airways, no, and then you just use the mouth to mouth, you tutup there. And you do mouth-to-mouth breathing, But during this area, we scared about the infection control, everything. Usually they have some plastic, transparent plastic, you cover the patient mouth, and then the middle there got a hole, in the plastic. So when you blow, and then the air can be on it, but you are not touching the syllaba or whatever for the victims, And then of course after you do the 2 cycle of the CPR, and then you do the when the DP is available, and then you can do the DPs. We saw you how to perform the DPs. DPs also there is now we call AED, automatic external DP. So it's a you just put the pad there. There's a pad there, 2 pad. So to the written there, and you put on the proper place, as mentioned in the menu, and then you shout, everybody clear. So because when you start the button, the DP, there's a electrical shock, from the machine, So you make sure nobody touching the victim. So when you shout, we already put the lead, and then you are on the DP, and then you know the need the DP, You put the machine there because it's automatic. They calculated for you the how much the energy, how much the current needed. So you just press the repeat button. Yeah, we repeat the button. But once you dah discharge that one, you make sure nobody touching. Pegang tangan ke, ada pegang kat dahi. So that's why you kena shout. It means everybody clear. Everybody clear means everybody run from the not run away lah. Just take out your hand whatsoever from the victims. So that is basically how you do the BLS CPR. So you have to practice this. So you remember the acronym first. DRs, doctors, A, B, C, D. D apa, R apa, S apa. So you have to do that. We have end of this posting. We have practical for you. Practical test lah, not practical test for everybody of you, every one of you. Every one of you, you need to go through this. We assess you accordingly. And if you fail, especially the deep of the depth of the compression, kalau tak cukup 5 cm, itu akan fail. Because if less than 5 cm, mana you cannot produce good compression. So you will be fail. Number 2, the recall time just now. You make sure you when you pumping tu jangan tekan cepat sangat. You have give a chance for chest to recall and then boleh pump balik. Recall, pump balik. Call, pump balik. But the numbers must also at least bukan at least mesti 30 compression. And then you stop and then you give the people to pump the air, whether you in back or in practical. We during the practical test we do the back bagging. You put the airway and you put the embu bag on top of the mouth, and then when someone holding that, one hand you jaga the cap itu, one hand you pump. Okay, so only 2 pump, big pump, like that, and then the one who do the chest compression have to stop. While you are doing 9.30 cukup 30, you berhenti sekejap, ambil nafas. Orang yang do the bagging tu cepat-cepat dua, betul kena habis lah. Yang separuh jalan gitu. So bag tu you kena picit habis-habis sampai tak ada keluar angin dah. Betul kamu lepas, betul kamu lagi sekali, and then the chest compressor tu you kena continue balik. Okay, so this is very important. You have to practice. Today we just give you the theory lah, because we cannot have a practical. Usually this one I give a lecture straight in the your clinical lab. So why we doing this? You can straight away practice. But now you have to deeper the practice. Okay, this is the sequence lah, the DRS. So there's a detail there. So you can keep this slide, and then you have to to practice. You buat benda ni. Okay, you buat praktis kat rumah dengan adik-adik kamu kan, jangan budak kecil sudah kan picit anak kamu, adik kamu kan patah pula rib dia. So you have to practice this your own. So when you come back to the college, kita buat exam for you. This exam usually got a certificate. So you are ada certified BLS ataupun panggil certified first responder. So because every medical staff, you should know how to do the CPR. Otherwise you cannot be survive, cannot be helping the people. So all the detail ada situ. Kamu bacalah South Pohai everything tu. The detail di situ. So I don't think we can super je kamu baca je lah. But I tell you, you tunjuk di slide, you practice. Tunjuk di slide, buat practice. Cari kawan. Dia tilted, dia pegang, cara nak pegang dagu tu, pegang dagu tu, tarik ke atas ke atas tu airways. Head tilted dia nak pegang kiri kanan gitu. Semua ada gambar tu tunjuk. I think you can read lah. Takkan tak. Okay, ni you nak dengar bernapas ke tidak? You tarik ni dia tu, gitu. Kita letak telinga kamu dekat mulut itu, ada tak bunyi macam tu. Kalau hidup mana ni dia breathing lagi. And then the AED, the AED, we got AED machine also in the our clinical apa ni skill lab ya. But apa it's not working lah ya. Tapi you kan apa kalau working pun bahaya juga nanti kamu kena electrocuted nanti ya. So it's not working, but you can apa practice lah, letak dia punya pad dia tu ya, and then you tekan button tu ya, berlakon lah ya. Dia kata clear, everybody clear, and then you tekan the button, tap ya, and then the current will be flowing. Okay, scale compression, that's how you put the hand, and then you kena lock your hand like this ya. Pegang tangan bawah, ikutlah tangan mana kau. Kalau kamu apa left handed, yang mananya yang tangan yang bawah tu ialah tangan left ya. Kalau kamu right handed, tangan apa bawah tu ialah tangan apa tangan yang dominan tu di atas, because dia nak tekan ya, dia yang nak tekan. Kalau kamu right handed, tangan kanan tu di atas. Kalau left handed, tangan kiri tu di atas. Sebab kamu nak tekan dia. Like this ya. So the rate of compression, this one you kena practice tu. Kalau kamu tak pernah practice, kamu tak boleh nak imagine how fast or how slow is it 100. Ya, you kena ambil time betul-betul ya. Kena tengok time betul, bilang betul-betul ya. Tengok dalam masa seminit tu berapa kamu boleh tekan. Kalau kamu buat tu laju sangat, kamu kena slowkan sikit. Kalau kamu tak cukup 100 ya ke 120, because kami akan bilang ya. The instructor we count while you are doing that. Yeah, we observe you. Usually myself, Datuk Sapari, and Dr. Pasar. So we divided you to 3 group. Yeah, so every group you have to do in front of us. Yeah, step by step. Doctors ABCD jadi tu. Okay. So we tengok you sedalam mana kamu picit, tempat mana kamu letak. All this we assess you. Yeah. Only after we are certified that you are really can perform the CPR, otherwise you have to repeat again, yeah. And then only can certify you whether you are BLS certified or not, yeah. Okay, that's the position, yeah. Use your body weight, use your body weight, yeah. Not use your shoulder, yeah. So when you compress, yeah, you see this one, yeah. Okay, you use your body weight, you tolak tu dengan body tu sekali, ya. Not to you just use your hand. Kalau kamu ke depan gitu, kamu tak ada power kan. So mana tangan kamu tu mesti exactly below your body ataupun your body weight, ya. So that's how keep your arm straight, and then but the thing is your hand must be holding your body weight. Okay, that's how you hold the mask. Yeah, see they call the EC. Yeah, E mana macam huruf E tu ya, E 3 jari ya, 3 jari you can see this one ya. 1, 2, 3 E kan. Nah, C ni yang ni tangan ni, ini C. Ini dah, ini C ya, tangan 2 tu macam ni. You grab the mask tu, and the 3 tangan lagi tu kamu pegang jaw dia tu. Ya, tengok you see this one, this hand ya. Your ring finger holding dia, tarik jaw dia ya. Your index finger tarik sini ya. So you kurangkan tangan tu kena betul-betul ya. You have to look at it. So teknik tu panggil EC clamp ya, EC clamp teknik ya. E tu tangan yang 2 ni, C tu ialah 3 jari ni ya. Okay, this is how you buat mouse to mouse. Ya, itu kalau you ada, kalau kamu ada itulah kalau ada airway mask tu ya. Kalau tidak kamu kena direct mouse to mouse ya. Tetapi biasa sekarang kita ada guna satu plastik je, letak cover plastik kat mulut orang tu. Tengah plastik tu ada lubang ya. Jadi kamu hembus direct ke bibir gitu ya, mouse to mouse. Ya, kalau kita praktis nanti kita guna ni lah ya, kita guna airways ya. Kita guna airway mask ni ya, face mask yang ada tu ya. So yang ni kelepas 30 compression tu, orang yang mengepam tu stop, then you are yang bagi airway tu hembus ya. Kalau kamu ada bag, kamu bag lah ya. Kalau tak ada bag, kamu buat macam dia buat tu. Kalau bag pun kamu kena itu pegang macam tadi, tangan dia AC tu ya, lepas tu tangan satu lagi palm dia punya bag tu. Baik, ke belakang. Okey, kalau tidak macam tu, ya. Kalau tak ada kamu buat macam tu. Ya. Mouse to mouse. Okay, this is masa kamu nak pakai deep ya, kamu sendiri pun jauhkan tangan kamu macam tu ya, sebab kamu tak boleh touch the body ya. Kalau kamu touch body masa kawan kamu yang operator deep tu buat, mana kamu kena current juga ya. So kena clearkan gitu. So apa yang kamu buat ialah kamu kata apa bukan dia yang cakap ya, orang yang apa mendipit tu ya. Dia ni tukang compression ya, dia ni buat apa CPR. Orang yang meletakkan pad itu yang tu dia yang apa akan apa bagi command ya kepada orang suruh berhenti. Mana kalau orang tengah masa buat apa dipit tu kamu kena still kena pumping tu. You cuma berhenti except masa dia kata clear, everybody clear, baru kamu berhenti. Ya, tak boleh kamu masa dia nak pasang dipit tu pun dia letak pad dia tu semua ni kamu pun dah relax gitu, tak boleh ya. So mana you have to continue your CPR tu ya. Nanti dia dah ready semua dah ya. It take time juga 1 to 2 minutes ya. Tu pasang pad dia tu kita kena buka dia punya tu ya, tak pad dia tu ya. Betul connect dia punya road tu. Tapi senanglah, road itu tidaklah complicated because dia ada 2 road saja ya. Masuk position kita pelan-pelan and then you on the thing and then dia can give the reading. Dia kata okay, dia automatic dia akan beritahu kamu this is cardiac arrest. Dia kata place tekan ini. So kita ikut cakap dia tu. Okay, so mana diagnosis semua machine dipit tu yang buatkan ya. Kalau yang dulu yang manual dulu kita kena set dia punya berapa dia punya tu semua ya. Sekarang ni tak payah, dia sendiri calculate for you. And then after tu pun you kena continuous CPR lagi ya. Bila dah yang ni yang putih-putih ni ialah pad dia ya. Ni AED punya pad ya. Dia melekat ya, dia self adhesion ya. Senang je kamu tarik dia pump, sekejap je ya. And then selepas 5 cycle ya ataupun lebih kurang 2 minit ya, kamu dah letih dah 2 minit tu, barulah kamu check balik, tengok pas dia balik kita sama dia nak sambung ke tidak. Ni you make decision. Maknanya mesti cukup 5 cycle. Jangan baru 1 cycle, okeylah letih dah, malas dah ya, kira mati dah ya, cannot like that ya. You must make sure you dah buat trial 5 cycle ya, 5 cycle ya, ataupun bukan 2 minit gitu ya. Dah complete 5 cycle, kamu reassess balik sama ada patient tu boleh hidup ke tak boleh hidup ya. Kalau hidup kita berhentilah ya. Kalau dia tak boleh lagi kita go another cycle, another 5 cycle lah maksudnya ya. So that's how you tu ya. So to avoid the person applying the compression tu switch every 5 cycle. Mana masa ni pun kita tukar orang barulah ya. Orang tukar pump tu ya, orang tukar boleh. And then kalau lepas 5 cycle tu dia dah sedar, dia dah breathing sendiri, this is position recovery position. You kena dudukkan orang tu macam tu, on dia punya right lateral, and ni kaki yang depan tu kamu bengkokkan flat, kaki tu semi flat ya, and then the hand is like that ya. So that is kalau patient tu dah breathing sendiri ya, kamu dah buat 5 cycle tu hidup, maknanya biarkan macam tu sementara kamu tunggu ambulance ya. That's how you position. Don't masa kamu buat CPR tadi patient on supine ya, you must remember patient on supine. But now after dia dah tu kamu kena buat recovery position ya, they call recovery position. Okay, so the sign of victim recovery tu selain dia boleh breathing sendiri tu dia dah wake up, mana dia dah sedar dia dah benar, dia ataupun digerakkan anggota badan dia, kaki tangan dia dah boleh move, then dia boleh open the eye or they can normal breathing so this is 4 signs of recovery after you do the CPR so any of the sign you consider as patient dah recover. Okay, so remember that maybe in the theory we ask all this sign position recovery, how recovery, the compression rate, the depth of the compression, the gap time, relapse time between the compression, also kita will ask you. Okay, okay, this is the dia punya certification ya, tapi kita use this one ya, kita use this one ya. So this is how you assess you while we doing the practical later ya. Establish scene safety yang kamu jerit tengok danger tadi, tengok ada benda tajam tu maksudnya. Assess patient response call tepuk-tepuk halo, and then activate emergency response, call telefon 99 ada kecemasan, all this kita ya, kamu buat ke tidak ya. Kalau kamu tak buat benda tu, lebih daripada satu tak buat, we consider you not not setepat to perform the CPR. Hilang. Okay, I think that's the last slide lah ya. So that's how we we perform the CPR. Okay, any question? This very ni lah boring lah because kita bagi online macam ni ya. By right we ask you to step by step ya. Masa kita tunjuk slide tadi step by step tu, I ask you all to perform one by one ya. So at least and then kita boleh kita boleh tengok kamu boleh buat ke tidak ya. So this is another checklist ya. Okay, so we use this checklist for you all, standard internationally. We use this checklist for the during the BLS exam. Yeah. Okay. Any question? Anybody unresponsive?
No, doctor.
No, doctor.
Semua respon
No question.
Oh, no question. Very good. Okay, we see how good you perform. Yeah, I expect you everybody pass in first try. I don't want you to perform twice or 3 times. Yeah, not good. Yeah, first try everybody pass. Yeah, kalau semua tak pass nanti. So few things saya mention tadi, dia punya depth itu, dia punya kedalaman kamu pump tu ya. Nombor 2, kamu punya rate ya, jangan terlalu laju, jangan terlalu slow, because we need 100 to 120 pump per minute kan. Nombor 3, kamu kena masa recall tu pastikan kamu jangan terus pump ya, terus pump ya. Kamu naik, biarkan sekejap, sesaat, setengah 10 saat, 2 saat ke, ni kamu pump balik ya. Ada masa untuk recall. Okey. Itu benda yang kami akan tengok betul-betul ya. Okay? Tak ada soalan dah? Senang? Oh, good lah you. Nanti bila buat esok barulah ya. Yeah. Anybody got BLS certificate already ya?
I got.
You got
Yes.
You are the one MA tu kan?
Yes.
Oh, you from Sabah is it?
Yep, I am.
I talked to you last time kan?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember. So for him it's no problem. Paramedic. I think also you can be a instructor also lah.
Actually, doctor, I don't know this because previously I checked my BLS support is on for 2015, I guess.
15.
I think this right now is updated 5 times. 5 years.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
but the only the thing macam kata ada poor updated just the rate. Last time kita laju tu 200 berapa kita punya dulu kan. Nombor 2 tak ada recall time tu. Nombor 3 dia punya depth tu dia kata 3 cm je dulu. Sekarang dia jadi 5 cm, mana mesti dalam tu. Itu je yang ubah tak banyak lah. So as long as you know the technique the technical things tu tak banyak ubah lah. Yeah. Almost the same. The principle are the same except the technical things lah. Itu tak apalah ya. As long as you know how to do it. Okay. So your nanti bila kita dah boleh balik ke kampus nanti sebelum kami datang you all boleh practice dengan auto dulu lah ya. Atau anybody else? Anybody
Azila
yang
Azila said to me. Dia pun ada. Azila.
Ada Azila ya?
I think her line is not clear. She
It's not clear. He's doing what previously? He also ada degree lain ke? Tak
I
sure.
don't think so, doctor.
Maybe he interest is self interest lah. Maybe ada. Macam you pun boleh. Siapa join apa bulan sabit merah ke St. John Ambulance ke during your school ya, apa atau during the pra-university ya. So you all should be take BLS exam ya. It's open to public actually ya. That's why kata tu kalau kat overseas semua orang ada CJ BLS. So this why you can put AED in anyway. Okay? So kita kalau letak kita sini orang Malaysia bukan dia ambil untuk tolong orang pensan, dia ambil jual buat balik, jual ke kedai busi buruk. Ya, itu cara orang Malaysia melagi dadah banyak, ya. Okay lah, ya. So I think this one actually cannot be teach you online lah. Ya, personally it's very nonsense lah to teach you online like this. Ya, come you just talk like that. Ya. Bila tengok tadi semua boleh pandai, boleh buat kan. Tapi bila kamu letak betul-betul kat orang, nak letak tangan pun ketar-ketar dah ya. Nak kanca tangan tu pun kita pun tak reti ya. Nak kanca tangan kita pun tak reti nak buat ya. So this should be I just give you today to at least you give some idea but what I mentioned to you just now, you must practice ni semua ni ya. You kena practice semua ni ya. Buat je lah dengan adik-adik kamu ke semua ya. Follow dia gambar yang saya tunjuk tadi tu ya. Ya. Nanti okey. Saya letak mana? Letak dalam ni benda ni ada kan detail itu ya. You can actually kalau you nak buku ni ada dalam website KKM lah. You cuba search dalam penerbitan bawah website Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia portal rasmi KKM tu. Under penerbitan ke something like that, I'm not sure. Tapi dia ada buku dia kata garis panduan BLS. I think if not mistaken. You can pen up from there. You can get the whole book. So I took the material also from there. Because this is a standard item. You can use for the purpose of teaching or whatever. You can download the book. Kalau you rajin lagi, kamu boleh print lah. One complete garis panduan there. Okay. So any question?
No.
No. How many student datang?
19.
Berapa ramai tak datang?
19 doktor.
Out of?
Ada 2 orang.
2 orang tak datang.
21.
Oh, 21.
Fazila was here just now.
Ya, tapi dia on off lah.
Oh,
Lain tak
yes.
suka. Suruh dia naik bukit ke panjat pokok
Lain
ke
tak
macam
okey
orang
ke?
Sarawak. Macam yang
Dekat Johor. Dia kat Johor.
Yelah naik pokok mana tu. Ataupun pergi dekat Bukit Sirin. You tahu Bukit Sirin? Where's the Johor Istana
Dia
is there?
pokok kot kat sana.
Naik pokok mana-mana ke ya. Lepas tu dia kena electrocuted, dia kena betul orang buat BLS kat dia. So dia tak payah belajar dah sebab dia pun dah mengalami BLS. Okay lah. So I think kalau you all semua dah clear, so I think inilah ya. So what to do ya? This is the only I can give lecture ya. Tak boleh nak buat lebih-lebih lagi ya. But I think the material is good enough. So okay, material I just put dalam WhatsApp tu. Boleh kan? I drag this file to your WhatsApp group tu. So everybody can open from there.
Can.
So that I think that's the easiest way so everybody can have a look but I tell you this one you can download from the whole complete buku from the KKM punya website. Okay, so jadual next week belum tahu lagi. Datuk Safari buat minggu per minggu we also very difficult we also we all cannot plan also lah. Because I got another group, the community medicine, and it's lucky now our minor posting in our family medicine is not yet start. Kalau you kalau dah masuk year 4 dah masuk family medicine nanti I dah start lah. Tak boleh nak concentrate kat you all dah. Tapi so far okey lah bulan depan okey lagi April sampai bulan 11. Bulan 11 ada di family medicine group. So okay. Nanti I attach this file to your WhatsApp group.
Okay, Doktor.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Doktor.
Doctor.
Bye.
Okay,
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, okay.